Welcome to Dr. Mary Travelbest Independent Travel Guide. This is an episode for women like you who need a little extra support traveling the world, one woman at a time. This episode is sponsored by Sun Marketing, Advertising, and Media. I've been traveling independently since 1972, and soon I'll release a second guidebook, Women Travel, 5 Steps to Solo Adventure. Please share this podcast with all the people you know to make their trips the very best. In this episode, the FAQ is, what is the best mobile phone to get for a traveler? I'm not sure which will suit me for the price and my needs. Today's destination is Normandy, France. Today's mistake, bringing too many heavy books. And travel advice, write your thank yous in snail mail. And now for the FAQ. What's the best phone to get for a traveler? I'm not sure which will suit me for the price and the needs. And here's the answer. I've owned all kinds of mobile phones since 1985 when they came as big as a suitcase. There was Samsung, HTC, LG, and Apple. I've got an Apple 12 now, and that's my choice as a traveler because getting texts back and forth to family and friends seems easiest with this device, instant messaging. It's more expensive than the other devices, but in the long run, I believe it saves me a lot of time, which is like saving money. What device do you use when you travel? I'd love to hear your tips. Now for today's destination, it's Normandy, France. Located in the northern part of France, you will find Normandy. It's the place to see WW2 beachheads, including Omaha Beach, the site of the D-Day landing. One warning here is don't try to get to this destination on a Sunday, as public transportation is not running. That's what happened to me. My backup plan was to hire a taxi, and that worked out fine. And I found another couple of travelers who had the same issue join my cab. Seeing the cemetery at Omaha Beach is breathtaking, and the museum on the grounds is worth it. This is part of France that belongs to the US. You'll find other beaches and museums in the region also. The area is tourist friendly and most people speak many languages. So what movies show Normandy and this time in history? I made a list of them. Saving Private Ryan, D-Day, Band of Brothers, The Longest Day, The Battle of Normandy, 85 Days in Hell are movies that bring that WW2 history to life. Now, if time allows on your trip, Normandy has a rocky island of Mont Saint-Michel with a soaring Gothic abbey on top. One other find is the city of Rouen, Rouen, with a beautiful cathedral where Catholic Saint Joan of Arc was executed in 1431. I stayed in a nearby city called Caen, Caen, which is a port city and capital of Calvados department in this region. In the city, I explored the Chateau de Caen, a castle that had been built in the 11th century by William the Conqueror. You may spend several hours exploring this vibrant city, which is not on the main tourist routes. Today's mistake, bringing too many heavy books. I carried too many heavy books, including travel books. Don't do what I did. Use apps whenever you can. And now for today's travel advice, write your thank yous in snail mail. Yes, send thank yous to those who treat you well. It's always a good practice, even if it's not so timely. Here's a way to make your appreciation count. First, express something specific that you remember, such as a meal or activity. Then offer to reciprocate if you can. Lastly, wrap up with a closing sentence. I want to bring meaning to your travels, so please send me your travel tip or question. I'll take it on any of my social media. You can send it to any Dr. Travelbest site. Also, please look for your tips in Travel Women, 5 Steps to Solo Adventures.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.